Hello, guys. Welcome to the final whistle. We are speaking today about Aston Villa and Liverpool, the big coming game on Wednesday night. Of course, Liverpool have been through most of the season with a game in hand. They've now got no game in hand after the Everton Merseyside derby draw, and they will be a game over their competitors after this game as well. So the shoe will be on the other foot. So we'll see how other teams can deal with that, but we'll see how Liverpool do first. Big game against Aston Villa, of course. Liverpool are the favourites, of course they would be. Recent performances have been worrying. For sure, struggled against Wolves. Apart from the disallowed goal, no shot on target for the first time in history in a 45-minute at Anfield. I don't know what to say about that. Speechless, really. Arne Slot had his press conference today. Joe Gomez has a decision to make about surgery or not. He will be back before the end of the season. That is what Arne Slot has said or believes it to be. Also, Cody Gakpo yet again misses this game. Been a key player for Liverpool this season. Cody Gakpo has been phenomenal on that left-hand side when he's filled in. Of course, I feel as a performer, he's better than Luis Diaz at the moment, who I don't think has been brilliant. He scored in the last game, of course, but I generally don't think his performances have been at it. Jota especially. Jota was really disappointing in the Wolves game. Really disappointing. You know, he's going through to potentially make it 3-0 and takes a dive to the floor. I don't care. I don't care if it's one of the players we support or not. For me, that's just not right. It's disgusting. You just put the ball in the back of the net or pass it on or leave it to... Diaz was in behind him. We could have put it into pretty much an open net anyway. So I think it's just greed there. I do. I think it's greed there. And I think his time at Liverpool is coming to an end, as a lot of players seem to be coming to an end. It looks like it could be a clearance in the summer. Likes of Nunez, the likes of Jota, the likes of Diaz could all be sold, and the front line is apparently getting a reboot. But we'll see. We'll await to see if that actually happens this time. Because every summer they say it's going to be big, and it never is. You get people like Chiesa, who's just injury prone. I don't know why we signed him. I know it's cheap and it was a gamble, but wasted £12 million. He could have put it towards someone's contract. Anyway, big game, not moaning now. Big game against Aston Villa. Aston Villa have been an impressive side at times this season. You know, the last game they had, of course, was against Ipswich at home. They somehow couldn't win that game, despite Ipswich being down 10 men for a lot of time. It ended 1-1. And then we've seen Aston Villa this season beat the likes of Bayern Munich at Villa Park. So it depends really on what sort of team comes out for them. I think they have that. They have a good performance in them. I just hope, if not for Wednesday night. It depends what team comes out. I mean, Emery's been really impressive there. Really impressive. I think, as a team they've been impressive. But this season they dropped off a little bit compared to last. It seems to be Nottingham Forest in a similar position to what they were last year. And we'll just see what happens. I think, obviously, no Duran this time, because obviously he was sold to Saudi Arabia, to Al Nassr, who he has done really well there to start with. I think he scored 4 goals in his first 2 games, something like this, or first 2 or 3 games. It'll be a big miss for Villa the rest of the season, I do, because he was an impact player. He was someone that I almost called him a little bit of like an Aston Villa's Origi. Because every time Origi came off the bench for Liverpool, he almost near enough did something as an impact player. When he started for Liverpool, he didn't do so well. And I think that's the same as what Duran was for Aston Villa. I'm not sure why they sold him. To be truthful, I don't understand why they sold him. Maybe they were funding Rashford and Asensio and stuff like this. But for me, I wouldn't have sold him. I think he's better. Well, at least for the last year or two, been better than Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins is a good striker, don't get me wrong. On his day, he can be absolutely fantastic. A little bit of like a Harry Kane, but with pace. As for Liverpool, of course, I'd expect to see them start Jota up front, to be honest. I'd rather start Nunez, because for me, like I said, last game, Jota, really, really frustrating. How he did what he did. I mean, why would you take a dive in any bit of the pitch, but especially the penalty box, when you got a chance to make it 3-0? Instead, we had stupid pressure because Wolves then pegged one back, and then it was constant pressure. If the scoreline had been 3-0, things might have been different. Wolves' mentality might have dropped, and they might have thought, we're not getting nothing out of this. But instead, they went 2-1, and they generally thought, apart from the Kwanzaa bit, Kwanzaa really saved them 3 points. They could have levelled. They really could have. And that was a disappointing performance, to be honest. I know there was a win, but I said it on X. I said, it's one of the worst performances I've seen from Liverpool this season, really. And I know we didn't lose. I know we didn't draw. But for me, it was just against a team near the bottom three. Should be doing better than that. At least get a shot on target or a shot. They didn't have one shot in the second half, apart from the disallowed goal, which obviously doesn't count. So technically no shot. So yeah, they have to do better. But let's see what happens in this game. I'm going for a prediction. I've gone for a prediction before, and I predicted Liverpool to win 3-1. That may make me look stupid now, or they may let me look okay. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will see you soon. Subscribe.